One area that Oklahoma is kind of starting to figure out a little bit, that's the offensive line. Where do they go from here with the rest of the season coming up?
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
So, Jay, the offensive line has been a big point of contention for the Oklahoma Sooners in the 2024 season. It's been riddled with injuries throughout, but it seems like it's starting to kind of hit its stride a little bit as we enter the last few weeks of the season. So as you look at the offensive line now for Alabama, LSU, and then for the future, how are you feeling about where it's at and with Bill Bedenbaugh at this point?
Even looking at the game against Missouri, that left side looked really pretty solid. Logan Howland and Ohito Zaida, I think they may have solidified themselves as your left tackle and your left guard for the rest of this season. Now it's all about just getting healthy. Sexton's gone. Jake Taylor's most likely gone. Very large percentage chance that he won't play anymore. But it's a great chance for you to get them out there. You may see some more Fabichi Wewu. I'm expecting Spencer Brown, but it'd be really nice to get some Isaiah Autry-Dent out there, get him some more experience, rotate with Heath Zaida, throw in Eddie Pierre-Louis to continue to shore up that left side, or switch out, put in EPL with Isaiah Autry on the right side and let them play. You want to play around with these configurations the last couple of weeks. I understand these are important games, and you need to find a way to get an upset in one of them so that you can try to play in a bowl game. But to me, I'm all about getting experience. So go put the experienced players in there. Give me your Howland and your Ozaida. I need them to get as much experience as possible because next season we don't know what it's going to look like. Troy Everett's, of course, been killing the game, so he's just fine. But give me some EPL with Isaiah Autry-Dent because I think that way we will be fine because he's shown to me some improvement. He's been solid most of the season. He hasn't been great. He hasn't been awful. It's just been like right in the middle, up and down in between good and okay. He's been the dude that's played this entire season, though. He's been your most consistent and your healthiest guy. So you should reward him for that.
Yeah.
But I also want to see some of the young guys get some rotations in so we can get some rest and prepare ourselves. Because we need to start preparing for 25.
Yeah, for the up and down nature that we've seen for the offensive line, yes, having a guy like Fabechi, we will be healthy all season long, man. That's huge. With all of the injuries everywhere else, I mean, has he been the best player you've had? No, but he's played better over the last few weeks, as has the rest of the offensive line. So you're going to continue to play him. He's still going to get a large percentage of the snaps. But as you mentioned, man, you got to get EPL out there. You got to get Isaiah Autry-Dent out there. You've got to start just getting these guys some experience. Get some Eugene Brooks out there. Hey, Daniel Akinkumi got some playing time against Maine. Continue to get him in there. Rotate him a little bit with Logan Howland at left tackle. Rotate EPL with Heath Zaida if you want to get them some opportunities. I'm cool with that. Give Isaiah Autry-Dent some opportunities over at right tackle. I think he's going to give you something in the future because now it is about experience. You're not having to concern yourself with burning red shirts these final two games because you didn't have to play Eddie Pierre-Louis against Missouri. You can play him in these final two games and you don't have to worry about it. So you're kind of in a good spot right there with those guys. Play them. Are they going to play 70 snaps? No. But if you can get them 20 snaps in this game, dude, that's a huge win. And it gives them a lot of opportunity to build on something going into the offseason. If you can get them 20 snaps in both Alabama and LSU, it's just about development now. And the best way to develop is to get playing time. And remember Logan Howland against Ole Miss? Like everybody was ready to write him off as a prospect and a player after that game.
Yeah, we were done. He was kind of cooked after that one, but then guess what?
People were ready to pack up his dorm room and get him into the transfer portal, but then he got better, right? That's what happens. You play, you screw up, you get out there, you go back to the film room, you get on the practice field, you work on your technical stuff, and you get better. And he's not even a finished product. He's still got a lot of room for improvement, but we're seeing some really positive things out of both him and Heath Zaida. So now's the opportunity to get your young guys in the game for better or for worse, let them fail, let them make mistakes, and then move forward. And just, understand that this is going to be a great learning opportunity for a lot of your young offensive linemen, even the wide receivers, man. Listen, Jalil Farouk, you're cool, dude. Sit out the rest of the season. I'm good with you. You tried to come back. You're not quite healthy. That's fine. Let's get Zion Kearney out there with an extended role. Let's get Jacob Jordan out there in an extended role. Let Deion Burks just chill. You don't need to overextend him either, especially with the concussion. There's no reason to put him back out there in harm's way the rest of the season. Just play as many young guys that you feel comfortable playing and get them as many snaps as possible so they can continue to build on what they've done this year, especially a guy like Jacob Jordan. Just start him at slot, play him 100% of the snaps in the slot, and let's see if he can continue to do what he's done already this year.
Exactly. You need to go ahead and just get the experience going. There's nothing wrong with your guys going out there and at this point just making some mistakes. But if anything, we have to try. And to be honest, John, I think that's been the theme of this season for the Oklahoma Sooners, especially with how the offense is going. We just want you to try. Throw the ball. Throw a pick, and it's because you're a wide receiver, whatever. You at least threw the ball. At this point, everybody's like, he threw the ball. That's all that matters. But don't be just awful with it. Make attempts to actually complete passes. That's what we're looking for. If you can give me that, I'm good. You won't hear a complaint from me. I have no argument. I'm satisfied.
Yep.
But we have to do that. If we don't do that, I mean, then what? What am I supposed to? How am I going to work with this? I need you to go out there and actually try. And that's the good thing with the young players. All I got to do is go out there, try hard, play hard, show us what you got. Show us that you're supposed to be on the field. That's the one thing I want some of these dudes to show me. Show me you're supposed to be on the field. And then I can say, look, why? Like Xavier Robinson did it last game. Why have we been playing him more? That's all you've been hearing.
Yep.
There's reasons. But, yes, now we need to extra out more. He knows playbook. Go. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Put him out there. Play him more. Play Taylor Tatum more, right? Give them the rock. Just let them go. It only makes sense to go ahead and knock it out. Go ahead and give it a try. I don't see a problem with it.
No, lean into your run game. Lean into that. Let's get some more Caden Helms on the field.
Yes.
It honestly can't be worse in the blocking department than Bauer Sharp has been. As many young guys as you can get out there. But I think the offensive line, again, for all the talk about Bill Bedenbaugh and the job that he's done, listen, I know that the first half of the season wasn't great. It just wasn't. You're trying to get a lot of new parts working together, a lot of pieces that hadn't played together, trying to figure all that out. And what it brought us back to was, 3/5 of your offensive line were guys that were here in 2023.
Yep.
And you're developing them. Troy Everett, Heath Ozida, and Logan Howland. So listen, I get the transfer portal is an exciting thing and we want to lean into that, but you're not seeing a lot of offensive linemen have a ton of success coming out of the transfer portal. You're just seeing solid. You're not seeing a lot of great. So can just continue developing your guys. Lean into those dudes, build upon what you've seen from them already, and go from there. I mean, there's a lot of talent on this roster that just has to take time to develop. And I'm excited about the future there. And I think the offensive line is going to be just fine down the road. But again, so much of it comes back to making the right offensive coordinator hire and figuring out the quarterback situation. We're going to be harping on that for weeks until we know who the guy is going to be. And we'll have to discuss at some point, maybe during the bye week, we'll discuss the offensive coordinator situation and kind of what we're hearing and what some of the buzz is around some of the names and whether we like them or not. We'll do that. That's going to do it for today's episode of Locked On Sooners. Thanks so much for tuning in, being a part of the show. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're free and available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to let you know when new episodes drop. Follow Jay at Unfair Sports. Check out his show on YouTube at Unfair Sports as well. Follow me at John 9 Williams. You can read my work covering the Sooners over at SoonersWire.com. Follow the show at Locked On Sooners on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Again, subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. But until next time, he's Jay Smith. I'm John Williams. Boomer.
Sooner.